So we are back with another Pomelo Pitch Deck episode. This time joined by Kevin Damkin or Chevs, who's going to talk to us about the EOS Chat Bot. So kind of interested to find out what this is all about. Let's break it down basically, because like, who are you and what is this EOS Chatbot project all about? Let's start there.
Okay. Hi, Jimmy. First of all, thank you for having me and Pomelo Pitch Deck. Who am I? Well, I've been involved in the EOS community since Genesis launch. I got involved with cryptocurrency, I think for almost like 5 or 6 years ago. And I got involved through a scam, actually. I got scammed 6 Bitcoin, and it was really, really painful at that time. I think I remember the price was around $1,000 probably. And well, that was my way of like getting into crypto. Like I got scammed those 6 Bitcoin, but I learned, I understood, I studied about Bitcoin, I studied about blockchain, and I really, really liked it. So I kind of come from there, and my background is also that I am a musician. I am a marketer by nature, and in my journey through the crypto journey, I found out about Daniel Larimer and the projects that he had built about BitShares, Steemit, and also I got involved when Block One and Dan Larimer were going to launch EOS.io. So I've been around the space for a long time, and have been involved in different projects within EOS. One of those projects, for example, is I've been involved with Emanate, the Emanate team. I've been part of the community as a community manager. And from Emanate, I also started working on a project which is called Indie Block Records, which is a record label that kind of utilizes the new blockchain tools, the new crypto tools available for music, and helping musicians get into crypto using this new infrastructure. And other projects that I'm involved with is specifically Mutual Marketing, which is a marketing agency that I co-founded together with my business partner, Nelson. And through Mutual, that's where we get into the EOS Chatbot is the business that we run, that we create business chatbots for businesses. And when we found out about Pomelo, the Pomelo platform, and that we were able to propose a public good to be funded through the Pomelo platform, the idea of doing the EOS chatbot was something that came naturally in my mind, because a chatbot, that's when we can jump into a little bit of what is a chatbot. And a chatbot is a one-to-one messaging at scale that allows us to grow marketing, sales, and operations. In other words, a chatbot is a tool that can help us talk with hundreds of people or thousands of people, and we can give those people the information that they want when they want it. And the basic idea on building the EOS chatbot was to provide kind of like new users who come into the space a tool. So for example, me, that I sometimes don't have time to explain someone about what is EOS or how to manage their resources or something, I can now use the EOS chatbot, send people directly to the bot and say like, hey, go ask the chatbot what is EOS, and the chatbot is going to provide the questions, the responses to those questions.
Okay. Well, wow, there's a lot to unpack there. So like you've been here long enough. well, to see $1,000 Bitcoin, that's long enough. That's a while. That's a few years. And get scammed. I'm sorry to hear about that. That sucks. I got scammed, but it wasn't like nearly that amount. So, but like you said, you know, maybe it was a learning experience for you. And you're also involved in Eminent, which is great because I think that, you know, for me, blockchain has a lot of advantages, but DeFi, gaming, music, and art are four of my favorites. Definitely by far with EOSIO technology in particular, because it's so fast, because of the way that the transactions are aligned and you go through in sequential order, and there are a variety of other reasons why I'm a big fan of EOSIO in general. So yeah, I was kind of, for some reason I recognized your name, but I couldn't piece where it was actually, and I think maybe it was back in the early days of the Eminent you know, community, because it was a little bit active over there. So when you talk about a chatbot, you know, what would you say to people who might meet this with, oh, really, another chatbot? This is exactly what our ecosystem needs.
Well, I would first send them a GIF of the chatbot that's like kind of kicking the ball and the other one's falling down.
Yeah, that was perfect. Actually, it was great. That's one of my favorite GIFs of all times.
I mean, but the idea is to currently right now in the messaging landscape, we have Messenger, Instagram, WhatsApp, different Telegram. People, users, there's a huge number of people that are messaging, and they are messaging brands or they're messaging businesses. And there is a need for businesses and brands to have a system set in place in these different messaging platforms to give the users and give the customers the information they need. Us in mutual marketing, we work a lot with restaurants, and we recently started working with a lawyer. And restaurants is really important when someone sends a message for the restaurant to respond quickly, because usually the person who's sending a message is hungry and wants to get the information of where can we get the food, how much does it cost, and blah blah. And with a chatbot, the chatbot can respond automatically and instantly with the information that the customer or the user is asking. So the idea with the EOS chatbot is to be that kind of virtual assistant for the EOS network, just in case you don't have time to explain someone about something, or we can, through the chatbot, program a flow, which is like a sequence similar to email, where you set an email and you set a sequence of emails that are sent. You can set a sequence of messages that are sent through the chatbot through Messenger. And instead of taking, 2 or 4 weeks to do that email nurturing process, you can condense that in a message, which in a chat, in a conversation that can last, could be minutes, hours, but less than 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and provide kind of like a more direct way to bring customers to give the information, the valuable information that the user and the customer wants, so that they can take that decision, that buying decision. So kind of like a summary of what I would say to those people, like another chatbot. This is just going to be a cooler chatbot that's going to be, it's going to add a lot of value to the EOS community.
I mean, we could go with cooler chatbot, because like anyone who meets that response the way that you did, and like, again, I just go to the Gener EOS team when we were messaging back and forth a couple of days ago, and it was quite funny because you met, like you said, you met it with two robots playing soccer, and it was a perfect shift for the perfect moment. Now, so I think that maybe there's some misunderstandings when it comes to the value that something like this provides, right? And so, like, I used to be a community manager, back in the day for a couple projects, and I was pretty good at it, to be honest. Like, I was stressed out sometimes, but I was pretty good at it, right? Like, answering people's questions. I was good at like finding the answers that I didn't know. But it becomes draining, actually, because you have most of the time the same people asking the same questions. And so when you walk into a Telegram channel, that basically has these pop-up messages that come out and tell people what they need, then on the other side of that, that can also be annoying, because for the people who are in there as regular users, they keep saying the same messages over and over and over again. So you've got to filter through the spam, right? Now, according to my understanding, I guess a chatbot is located in its own little section of the internet, right? It's not on the main channel. It's kind of in its own little area. So I'm curious, like when you say chatbot, are you working exclusively with Telegram, or are there other programs that you're looking at as well?
So the platform that we use to develop the chatbot is called Manychat. So through Manychat, you can develop the chatbot through different channels. And the main channel that we use to develop is on Facebook Messenger. So right now, it currently lives on Facebook Messenger. The idea is to first establish like kind of the whole structure of how it's going to be, the responses, the questions, the everything. And once everything is set in Messenger, we would then translate it into other channels, which would be Instagram or WhatsApp, and later would be Telegram. Right now, Telegram is on beta, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to have access. But once it's live, we are going to be able to transpose the chatbot from Facebook Messenger and apply them to all of the channels. And right now, if you want to chat with the chatbot, you can go through different opt-in points. So you could either go to the Twitter page of the EOS Chat Bot, and on the link on the bio, there's going to be a link where you click it and it's going to send you to Facebook Messenger so that you can start chatting with the bot, asking questions, navigating through the main menu, and discovering what it has for you. Or you could go to the Facebook page and directly send message to the Facebook page and start chatting there. And I also think through there in the proposal link down below is a link so that you can click it, and it would also open up in Messenger, and you would be able to also chat with the chatbot. So to answer the question, yeah, it lives in its own corner, in its Facebook Messenger corner of the internet.
Okay, that's interesting, because I think a lot of marketing, especially on EOS, has traditionally been focused on Telegram, but recently now it's moving over to Discord. Some of it. But yeah, I think I'm not a big fan of Facebook recently, but I do think that it's an important facet of understanding where cryptocurrencies are coming from, because we see this plastered all over, like things from Ethereum, things from other blockchains, and EOS and EOSIO projects are probably lacking over there when it comes to actually finding knowledge. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I could maybe click on this and go here. I'm not sure what happens though, because I'm not logged into Facebook. So
give it a try. If you're not logged into Facebook, I think you won't be able to chat with it.
Yeah, all right. So we'll do that later. But you guys can check that out yourself, the one that's in development. So, and again, it will leverage the power of an AI-powered conversation to collect data about the EOS community's most common pain points and questions, and develops a valuable data bank that continuously evolves the bot itself. So I think this is important to understand. This isn't just a programmable bot that you put in all the question answer type of things. There's a little bit more to it than that as well. You guys are going to be basically developing the technology in a way. I guess, is it fair to say that in a way it's kind of like self-organizing or self-learning? Is that
yeah? We're going to use Manychat. We're going to use a set of different platforms. So the main one would be Manychat, which is the platform that we use to develop the flows, kind of the logic of how the messages are going to be sent, the main menu, how to navigate through the bot. And we're also going to use other tools like, for example, Dialog Flow. And Dialog Flow it's the natural language processing by Google. So we integrate Dialog Flow together with Manychat. And together with the data bank of questions that we already have. So for example, we made a list and actually shout out to EOS support because we actually got the questions and the answers from the EOS support website. But from that data bank, we have it integrated with the chatbot. And if somebody asks a question of, I don't know, what is EOS? The natural language processing of Dialog Flow is gonna kind of search through the data bank and give you the proper response to that question. And that question could be asked different ways, like, so what is EOS? Talk to me about EOS. I don't know what EOS means. Can you explain it to me? And the chatbot is gonna be able to pick out like the exact response to that. Of course, it's a matter of keeping optimized because not all of the times is going to give the proper answer, but the idea is to keep improving it. Every time somebody speaks to the chatbot and it gives a wrong response, that's an opportunity for us to put that response into the data bank and know that, okay, next time somebody asks this question, it's going to give the proper response and it's going to be able to give more valuable feedback responses to the user.
Right. And so like this would be organized like structurally around primarily EOS information. Like what kind of information are you guys starting with? Like, are you starting with the technicals? Are you starting with like anti-FUD? Are you starting with like where people can go to get more information? What kind of things will be put in this bot and how will it benefit the overall community or projects that are working in it?
Sure. Can I share my screen so that I can go through the bottom?
Yeah, totally. You can share your screen. Sorry about that. Yeah,
okay.
I'll do that. Just there's a little thing below, below there.
Okay, sharing screen. Let's see. Okay, it's starting to share. Tell me when you're seeing my screen.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for example, right now, when you go into the chatbot, it gives you this response, this greeting response. And from here, you can do one of two things. You could either go navigate through the buttons or you can.
Can I just say, I don't even care what it says. I'm going to go to the main menu just because of that little dancing pink dude. Like, that's pretty cool. I like it. I like the little dancing pink dude. I'm a fan. I don't know how he moves his legs like that, but like, yeah, that's done. So.
Nice. And well, yeah, that's the easy way to navigate through the buttons because through the main menu, it takes you here to the main menu, which is like kind of like the main hub where you can explore the chatbot's database. So right now we have EOS projects, EOS communities, EOS news, EOS music, and EOS support. So
wow. Okay, so that's cool. I've actually never seen very many bots like this before. Usually it's a menu at the bottom, not one that you can scroll through from side to side. So that's pretty interesting. Again, I'm not that versed with bots in Messenger so much, but like I think that's really nice in terms of like the appeal to people. So yeah.
Nice. And actually, well, each channel works differently. So the Facebook Messenger channel is different from the Instagram channel. And I'm sure that once the Telegram is open, it's gonna work similar to other bots on Telegram where there's only the menu on the bottom. And actually here in Messenger, if you go here on the bottom right, there's actually a menu as well. So this menu is going to be dynamic. So for example, if you're exploring the EOS dApps, you can click here on EOS dApps and the bot is going to ask you, okay, so are you going to look for a specific project or would you like to view all projects? Which type of project would you like to look at, Jenny?
Let's see. Let's go with, I want to go with NFTs because I want to see what's happening in the NFT world on EOS.
Let's see what we have right now on NFTs. Right now, it's something simple where we just show the projects that are building on NFT. So right now, I think the only project that I found was Atomic Hub. I'm pretty sure I'm missing more. So if you know more projects that are NFT type projects, we can include them in here.
Yeah, I definitely got to get Nifty Bucks on there too.
Nifty blocks.
Oh, sorry. We're only on EOS. Sorry, I apologize. Okay.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah, that's true.
We're not thinking EOS IO. So yeah, definitely Atomic Hub is the one. Okay, let's try that again. Let's do what's another popular one. Let's do DeFi. Let's try DeFi because there's a lot of DeFi projects on
Okay,
EOS.
Give me a sec. Let's see.
I believe they went out on wave 2 of the EOS Network Foundation report, so there should be quite a few there.
It's not sending right now. This is a bug that I need to look into and
which is why you need money from the Pomelo grant so that you can fix these bugs. It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. This proves our point. You can't ask Kevin to do this all himself, right? We need to, all go in and support him.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. But yeah, these are the different types of things that right now you can look at. If you go to EOS communities, you're going to be able to find the different EOS communities. EOS News, you can go into the different news sites. So it's really simple right now. But EOS Music, I actually put a list of songs from Emanate that users could go here to EOS Music and find new songs or discover new songs and listen to them. So there's a lot of things that we could do and add here. For example, EOS support. What I want to do is I want to get in touch with the people at EOS support so that the EOS Chat Bot can be that automated way to answer those frequently asked questions that you answer 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and we can give the work to the chatbot to try and answer those questions. And most of the times, well, not most of the times, but sometimes we're still going to need human support. So from here, we can go to EOS support and maybe connect from the chatbot to the guys over at the EOS support and start giving that human touch to the conversation and respond to questions that maybe the chatbot wasn't able to answer. So yeah, that's kind of like what we have going right now.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, I think that's really cool that you've added those other factions in there, because I think a lot of times, we just have these single projects that have these single things in there. And I like the fact that you've actually included EOS communities and EOS support as part of that, because I think that opens up the idea that people can find more information on a broader range of things. So yeah, I like it. I really hope that you guys get some good funding that allows you to develop this out. I'm just curious. I'm just curious on one thing. So this is completely interactive, and it's all a button click for information. Is there any way for users to be able to submit requests at this point in time for something that they would hope that would be on there? For example, if I have an if I have an EOS community that maybe I wanted to be featured there, or if I have a project that is developing support networks or systems like that, how would I get that information to be a part of that EOS chatbot?
Yeah, that's a great question, and actually, that's kind of the idea to use the chatbot in a way to be able to connect the EOS community, because when you're interacting with the chatbot, the chatbot allows us to segmentate the how do you say it in English? My Spanish translation is going a little bit slow. But the interests of the users. So for example, if they clicked on DeFi, the chatbot knows that, hey, okay, we're going to tag them with this user is interested on DeFi, or this user is interested in gaming. So we're going to be able to kind of segment the audience so that when communities or projects would like to communicate to the users, they can submit a request. We can have a flow set up on chatbot, submit a request, kind of like a keyword, a collaboration request, and that would set up the chatbot to ask, hey, okay, what's your project? What do you want to do? What do you want to communicate? And to who do you want to speak to the people in gaming, to the people in NFTs, and do that and be able to communicate and broadcast to the users and bring value to the users and to the communities, the projects as well, by getting to know more projects.
Okay, great, very cool. Yeah, and so you can find all the details for the Pomelo proposal below, and you can go over to Pomelo Grants and read that for yourself. Again, this is a quadratic funding kind of mechanism that involves micro donations. So a little bit of EOS goes a long way for the EOS Chat Bot or any of the projects over there on that on that proposal, I guess, in a way. So definitely, go check it out and support as many projects as you can, because I think that this is a really cool way to, broaden our reach as an ecosystem as a whole, and what EOS can do. And there's some really cool projects for development and exciting things, but we just have to remember that we don't want to be in our own little echo chamber when it comes to people not understanding what EOS is or not understanding what's out there. And sometimes we lack in marketing, in my opinion, in this space, especially when we're reaching out beyond our little comfort zones of our emanate Telegram channels or our general EOS Twitters or these types of things. So I definitely think what you're trying to do is very important, and I hope that you guys get some support. So again, thank you very much. If there's anything else that you'd like to lead us out with there, Kevin.
Just if you like the project, support the project through Pomelo with that sweet EOS. A little bit of EOS goes a long way. If there's any feedback, the idea of the chatbot is to be used as a tool for the whole EOS community. So if there's like a feedback or certain type of feature that you think should be or could be included in chatbot, I would also love to hear it. You could send a message at the EOS chatbot, or send on Twitter, either on Facebook through Facebook Messenger, or you could also send me a message on Twitter and Chef's Official. Another thing, you should guys definitely listen to my music on Emanate. Just a little shill in there. And that's it. Just thank you for the opportunity of speaking here.
Nice. Our third or fourth episode maybe of Pomelo Pitch Deck, but our first very ever unrelated #shameless shill with cool relevance to end the broadcast. So thank you very much, and I'll be live, I guess, in about an hour and a half, I believe, with another one of these pitch deck proposals, this time talking to John Heater of Boyd, who's going to be talking about EOS.io IBC. So if you have any questions, technical questions, things like that, please drop in there as well. And thanks. You guys all, there you go. All have a great day, and